Hi everyone, it's Susan from SusanWinter.net. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Thank you those of you in my YouTube family that write to me, that give me video requests, and that give this beautiful commentary that I see under each video here. Thank you so much. So today's conversation is a little bit different, a little more philosophical, but you guys are ready for it. I'm ready to talk about it. There is something that happens to us in the process of becoming our better self that I call getting better, looking worse. And here's what it is. You see something about yourself. It's been in the background and maybe now it bubbles to the surface. Okay, you've got an issue. You're ready to face it. You're ready to see it. I'm prompted to have this conversation because I've dealt with a number of people quite recently that are in recovery. And I'm thinking of some of the initial phases that I've watched people go through as they go through recovery. Different awarenesses at different levels of their recovery. And the first, I'm thinking of a dear friend of mine who we all knew he had a problem. But when he realized he had a problem, he was so self-conscious because now he's in the process of getting better, but he looks worse. And along with his recovery of getting rid of whatever the issue or the drug or the alcohol or the negative belief or the go-to place that's your default where you somehow betray yourself or are a lesser version of yourself in the process of your wanting to correct that because now you have recognition and you're aware of it. That heightened awareness of this issue can make you feel more defective. That's the incongruity of our own evolution. That there is a moment in time in the transit where we are on our way to being better and we're actually feeling and looking worse. You know why? Because now we can label it. Now we have a word for what that thing is. I'm an alcoholic. I'm a people pleaser. I'm codependent. I'm in an abusive relationship. Now, we know that if we mask that, repress it, and pretend it's not there, we know that's very unhealthy. But there's that false balm of it's okay that accompanies delusion, you know? You don't really admit it. Other people might suspect you're an alcoholic, but you know you've never used the word. The minute you admit it and you're in recovery, now you have a label attached to you. It sounds worse. You're better, but it looks worse, right? So in any construct that we are changing, there is a moment of our hyper-awareness where we will feel more defective. Please take heart. This transit is short, intense, but it's moving, okay? We want to track our progress in terms of its movement forward, okay? That's how you can tell. We don't need to sit in the sorrow of whatever our self-analysis is of this thing that we want to overcome or this thing we've realized about ourselves, okay? Acknowledge it, see it. What's the solution? Okay, I don't want to be that. What are my options? Do some research. Get to a therapist. Get to rehab if you need to for whatever it is. But start to do your work on it. Now, you will feel wobbly with your new legs as you make new decisions and enter a new way of being. That's normal. And you don't feel as slick as you did before. Whether you know it or not, in the covering up of whatever your issues were, you gained a lot of mastery over faking it or looking like somebody you really weren't. And it's going to take a while to learn how to walk, you know, with confidence, because these are all new steps. So I want to encourage everyone in the process of your own evolution to have heart and understand that there's this transit where you go through the eye of the needle and then you're out on the other side. And it's temporary. You think it's going to last forever and it doesn't. And here's the wonderful thing. If you start to really take a look at your forward evolution, you can start to see patterns that happen. Oh, like this seemed so hard and I saw this about myself and then I fixed it and now I'm so much better. Oh, and now I'm ready to see something else and I'm so much better. These are the steps that we go through when we are actually really healing from the inside out. And as you are on your journey to becoming the person that you see in your mind and know that you want to be, the person that you admire here on this earth and the person that you know is in your destiny to become, just remember, there are moments of discomfort when you see it, what you didn't want to see about yourself, but it's temporary because now it is something that you can do something about, which you will do something about. Thank you so much, Susan Winter for SusanWinter.net. Thank you for indulging me in this conversation. I really just wanted to say that as I'm working with a lot of people that are in recovery and changing their thinking about themselves, about life, about everything, and other people that have other things that they're working on. Thank you, those of you that work with me in consultations, whether it's the all-day package, or it's Magnifi on demand, or it's my individual sessions. I truly appreciate the value that you guys bring to my life. I wouldn't have anything to talk about it otherwise. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.